Heyo, how's it going, everybody? Hope anyone who's watching this right now or at some point in the future is having themselves a fantastic day today. Welcome, welcome. My name is Relikai. I'm gonna play a video game on the internet, and tonight that video game is going to be Genshin Impact. So, there is literally nothing happening in Genshin right now. There's no events or anything of the sort happening right now, because I guess they're really getting everything ready for Arlecchino to show up. So just absolute quiet on the Western Front right now. What's up, Demir? Thanks for stopping in. I always appreciate it. Hope your night's treating you well. Yeah, so because there's literally nothing going on, we're just gonna go ahead and do some story quests. You know, we got a huge backlog of them. We still haven't finished Farina's. We still haven't finished Bird Mamas. We still never even started like Navia's. So we've got a big old backlog of them to get through. I think tonight we'll probably do Farina's, and we'll see what we can make happen from there. But yeah, because literally nothing's going on in Genshin. So yeah, until Daddy comes around with the milk, which I think is gonna be in like what, a week, 4 days or something like that. Not sure, but yeah, we will. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, until then, there's gonna be nothing going on. So might as well take this opportunity where there's nothing to pay attention to try and get the story quests not over and done with. We're not gonna finish them, but at least get a little bit more time with them and more of them completed under our belt. Shadow of War? Is that the Lord of the Rings game? I can't remember, but I haven't played a Lord of the Rings game in years. I think the last one I played was the Two Towers game, which I remember kind of liking, but I mean, I was a dumb, stupid child when I played it, so who actually knows? Yes? Okay, good stuff. I mean, obviously, that's not the most recent Lord of the Rings game that's been released. Have we all forgotten already? Has Gollum already left our collective unconscious? Is it gone? Is it just a bad dream that we all had? Man, that was some shit. Yeah, we need some really good, I don't know, like, I feel like, you know, I think there's like a hunger for movie game adaptations again. Back in the day, game adaptations of movies were complete shovelware. Absolute D-tier garbage. Everybody knew it. Everybody hated them. Sometimes they could kind of be fun, you know, here and there. I remember liking the Incredibles game, kind of. And I think like the Cars game was actually oddly kind of good. And I'm pretty sure there were some others, but yeah, most of the time they were just complete trash. But it feels like people are really hungry for them again. I don't know. I get the feeling that some people are like, man, I really like this movie. It could make an awesome game. Somebody should make a game of it. So maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to try and adapt the Lord of the Rings movies into games again. Because I'm telling you, man, like, they would make for some, you know, in a post Skyrim, Dragon Age, Dragon's Dogma, The Witcher world that we live in. Actual, real, serious adaptations of the Lord of the Rings movies could be good. I'd be down for it. Like, you give me a Fellowship of the Ring movie that's essentially, you know, like The Witcher. I'm here for it, man. Yeah, sure, why not? Go ahead. Take me to Rivendell, Bilbo. But that's neither here nor there. Tonight, we're just, I guess we're just having a little bit of a chill time in Genshin, just doing story quests. So, you know, we're not being sweaty here. We're not doing anything crazy. I don't know. Maybe I've never done Abyss runs on stream for Genshin. Maybe that's something we should do at some point. But we've got a mission tonight. Let's go ahead and get to it. Let me kill the BGM. And we'll come over here. All right. Where are we? Show me the goods. There we are. All right. Here we are. So, I've done my dailies, so that's all taken care of. So, yeah, I'm thinking finishing off Farina's story quest is the plan for the evening, because we had already started it a while back. I can't remember why. I think it was to try and finish another story quest, which I don't even think we actually ended up finishing on stream. So, fat lot of good that did us. But we started it, we never finished, so we might as well, you know? So, let's just go ahead and get to it. I think we were trying to save this, save some acting troops' final performance that they were trying to do, if I remember correctly, and their ringleader had passed away, and everyone was really sad about it because she was super duper dope, and two of them were also really hot for her. So, yeah.
As if this journey wasn't tough enough already without a roadblock.
Yeah. So we were mid story quest last time we were doing this. So yeah, we're essentially just dropping right in, and yeah, that summary that I gave, that's about all the context we're gonna have going into this. So let's just go ahead now. What was the worst game I ever played? Oh my god. I don't usually go out of my way to play awful games, but I'm really trying to think back. I'm trying to think back through all of the games. Ask not for whom the bell tolls. Trying to think even recently too. I honestly don't know. I don't feel like I've really played bad games. I just I've played like mediocre games, I think. I don't know. I feel like the I was gonna say like Shrek 2, but again, that was just kind of mediocre, and I kind of had fun with it when I was playing it with my brothers and whatnot. Trying to think. Okay, hold on. Is there anything in Steam? Anything that I've played in Steam that was not great? Oh, you know what? Maybe I'd say maybe I'd say what was it? Okay. I'm gonna say this not because this game was actually really that bad. But I got reasons for why I ended up not really liking it that much. Tales of Exilia. So I started off with the Tales series, playing Tales of the Abyss, and I really liked it. So then Tales of Vesperia came out after that, and Tales of Vesperia is one of my favorite games of all time. One of the big reason for that is because the party, the characters, the main cast in Tales of Vesperia were like synthetically engineered in a lab to just be the perfectly balanced party in terms of how their personalities bounced off of each other, their character dynamics with one another. There was always someone there to kind of keep the other characters in check, but in different types of ways. You had the character who was a hothead, who was always going after the characters who would either whine or would be kind of perverted. Then you had the main character who had like this laid back devil may care kind of attitude, very nonplussed and all that sort of stuff. You had the character who was a bit of a seductress, and she also had a laid back kind of attitude like the main character, but it was in a different sort of flavor as opposed to him. You had the character who was really naive and really optimistic and always wanted to do the right thing and all that sort of stuff. So there was always a balancing force within the group that balanced out the other personalities. I absolutely loved, and still to this day love, the cast of Tales of Vesperia. Then Tales of Exilia came out, and again, it wasn't a bad game because the Tales games are all good, but after Tales of Vesperia, the Exilia party just felt so flat. Like, everyone just kind of went along with what the others were saying, and they were kind of just, if they got into arguments, it wouldn't really come to a head. They would just kind of be like, oh, I think one thing, you think the other thing, but I guess we're just gonna do what either one of us want to do, depending on what the situation calls for, and that's it. That's how it would end. And yeah, it just, the cast just didn't feel like they fit together very well. They just were all, their dynamics were just all very one note, and yeah, it just didn't really give me a whole lot, especially after having to come after Vesperia. So that was a game that I was kind of like, I played it, I beat it, but I didn't. They came out with a Tales of Exilia 2, which I got, but I think I played maybe an hour or two of it, and then I just never played it again because I was just like, I don't care really. So I guess that's technically the worst game I've ever played. So yeah, kind of game is that? They're JRPGs. So yeah, the Tales series, very long running series of JRPGs at this point. So yeah, and they're some of the most JRPGs ever. But they do have a unique kind of identity where they're fantasy, but it's kind of like it's not like knights and wizards kind of fantasy. It's this weird hybrid of having like castles and knights and stuff, but they all look like they've got this kind of I don't even know how to describe it. Sort of like a Eastern kind of flair. It's like a Western fantasy meets Eastern fantasy, and they kind of come together, and they've got a bunch of like soft pastel-like color palettes for the visual identities of the games, they got a very unique and distinct feel to them. But yeah, that's a little bit of a long-winded answer there. But yeah, I guess if I had to name a game that I've actually played that I would say was the worst game ever, it would probably be that one, I suppose.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. We don't need to take a detour. Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
Oh, girl.
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Farina in a fight before.
Yeah, but we all know that she's not the Archon anymore, man.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into indemnitium. Miss Farina said so herself.
What is this? What is this look we're giving her? It's just this very blank, even toned stare. I can't tell if it's the neutral emoji or if it's like a slight smile emoji, but all I know is that it's another wonderful Lumine expression, so I'm here for it.
Precisely. And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my power is gone anyway. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just stay put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
Baby girl, come on. Don't sell yourself short like that. Yeah, that was kind of what Lumine had going on there.
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is unbearable.
C'est la vie. This doesn't require god-level powers. Don't you know any self-defense?
C'est la vie, indeed. Alas, I am forced to watch on helplessly as a more brave and seasoned adventurer than I swoops in to save the day.
Oh boy.
Aw, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Farina.
Sorry to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
Yeah, I'm used to it. Also, you are gonna get to see Farina fight because...
Let's get it up!
Oh. And we are frozen.
You asked for it.
Hey, yo. Where the hell did you come from, man?
You're dead meat!
Bravo! Good show! You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
All right. Good stuff.
Skyward! Scatter!
Uh-huh. It is a tent.
Are you there?
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's Lady Farina doing here?
You know. You know how it be. Just gods among men.
I can explain. We've been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
Yeah, you fucking holdout. Get in here.
So, you think knowing the truth about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone?
Oh yeah, I forgot. We're going to we want to put how the director actually died into our story, like into our play. Yeah, I forgot about that. Dude, that's gross. I forgot that was what they were up to. That is gross, dude. It's like in Game of Death where Bruce Lee's character, dies. So then they have a excuse for why when he comes back he looks different, cuz Bruce Lee did actually die while filming Game of Death. And so they were like, yeah, he's gonna die, but he'll come back looking a little bit different. That's why he looks like a completely different person. But in the movie, they used funeral footage from Bruce Lee's actual funeral and put it in as if it was the funeral for his character. And that's just gross, dude. I can't believe this was this was their plan. It's kind of dark. It is.
I cared just as much as everyone else about making the little Oceanid a success. That's why I wanted to wait until after the show.
What?
If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Did you kill her? Dude, the fact that that bell started ringing right after he said what he said, I'm picking up some manslaughter vibes off of you, my guy.
Viamont, avoiding the truth will not help anyone. Unless you mean to suggest that Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, don't you, Vilmant?
Listen, Viamont. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame. I never brought it up to anyone.
For some reason, Lumine, Paimon, and Farina just kind of look like they're like, oh, bro, I don't know. Are we supposed to be here? Should we leave? You guys need a moment?
But now, I've made up my mind to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one.
Yo.
As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire.
So, like real life actors. Cool.
So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances.
Say what?
It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot.
Is it the Fanta?
It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized
Poison Fanta?
the drink in question was synth.
Oh. Drugs.
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
I remember that it induces a state of euphoria, but it also causes significant harm to the body. Significant harm to the body? You mean how it would turn the people of Fontaine back into Oceanids?
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well.
So shocked. Much surprised.
But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration.
I would hope so.
The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages.
Damages?
And that was astronomical. There was no way we'd be able to pay.
Like, damage it? What? So you guys took his money already? And then you, Yeah, dude, this is on you. You should have been more thorough with the negotiation stage, man. You can't just accept responsibility for a job, take the money, and then not even know the full extent or details of the job, my guy. You know, they show up with they show up with Sprite, but it's laced with meth. Like, you're responsible for maybe figuring that out.
And then
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe, and it wasn't my fault.
No, okay, it was your fault.
But things only got worse from there. The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything.
You brought the director to the attention of the synth dealers? Your mistake gave them a motive to kidnap and murder her. Holy shit. Yeah, we're really not letting him off the hook at all here. We're just absolutely slaughtering the man. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of his fault. So I mean,
Yeah, I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us? What do you mean you were afraid? This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her.
I mean, granted, you're like, what do you mean you were afraid? Then immediately followed by, this was a life and death situation. Maybe he was afraid because it was a life and death situation, my guy.
How could you be so stupid?
Please, try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm.
You need to chill,
How
bro.
can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered. She was the love of my life. And he has the gall to try and high road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show. How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
He should, yeah.
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now? I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve. End my life. So I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Okay, we're getting a little dramatic here, so let's rein it in a little bit here, boys.
Get out of my sight. Go, get lost. I don't ever want to see your face again.
Oh, the pointing.
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you!
Oh, shit. She's coming in.
Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
You're right.
That's right. Sit down, boy.
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe.
I wonder if there's a little bit of parallelism going on here, Farina?
What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her. And that's what you should be celebrating.
I bet you do think that, don't you, Farina?
I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director Aurelie and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
I am trying to have a very emotional moment right here, and you are laughing at me. I will not stand for this. I do not appreciate being attacked in this manner.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again.
Aww.
If she'd seen Paulo and Vilmont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Again, maybe not use the actual way that she died as the way the story for the play ends. I just really don't want that to be what happens here.
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on O'Reilly herself. She's the true star of the show.
I guess we're just gonna keep going for it. It might actually be possible to find out more about her fate.
What do you mean?
Why are we doing this?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims.
Oh no, we're doing that again, huh? I don't support any of this. Please, can we just not?
If you could find anything that O'Reilly left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You really think that's possible?
I get, sure, yeah.
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on O'Reilly's true feelings.
I do. Can we? Have none of you heard of a little thing called allegory? Why does? Maybe allegory is too close. Can we just make it a metaphor or something?
No.
Well,
All right then, I guess.
we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
God dang it, dude. I don't want to do it like this, man. Are we gonna... Wait. Are we gonna talk with Nouvelette? Come on. Where's he at?
Skyward! Scatter!
Wait, why are we going up to the cafe?
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now.
Sadine.
Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
I like when they like flap around their little mitten hands. It's so cute. Sadine sends a staff member to retrieve the box of O'Reilly's former
So-
belongings.
This is all O'Reilly left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Aha! The mise en scène.
Let me take a look. Maybe there's something in here from after she was kidnapped. Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary. Let's see.
Sounds promising. Also, I like how you could see Sadine just kind of like hanging out over there. Just like, yeah, I'm here doing my job, sitting at this desk. So exciting.
Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women.
Oh, how convenient. If only we had known about her before we started our own investigation.
If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vachey's guilt.
Yeah, wouldn't it have?
Vacher took so many lives. It's still so unthinkable how many victims he had.
I guess O'Reilly must have written all of this down in the hope that her records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off.
Daijoubu?
Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line.
Ooh.
She probably didn't have much strength left.
That's still such a great trope. That trope still is super strong, you know, where you're going through someone's journal or diary And then as the entries progress, you can see that they begin to lose more and more of their sanity, and their writing becomes more erratic, and their the handwriting becomes more sloppy and just absolutely unhinged. It's a very much a cliche, but it's still so good. Like every time it hits.
Her final words are, I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Oh. Someone else was taken. That makes 6. Or perhaps the 7th? Someone tried to escape yesterday but was caught. She hasn't been seen since. Was that yesterday? Maybe not. I've long since lost track of time. Sorry, I don't know if writing this is of any use or how much longer I can do it for. I can already see my fate approaching. But what terrifies me even more is the thought of seeing others from the troop here. Have I truly protected them? Sorry, I'm so sorry. I can write no more. I think I have a fever, and my stomach troubles have returned, but nobody has given me any medicine. I suppose I am more fortunate than Cressy. The pain keeps her awake all night. I suppose they think that anything goes so long as the experimental subjects can be used up before they die. It is so damp here. I have given her my blanket. So cold, so cold, so cold. As long as one persists, all things will pass. There will be a reward for hard work. I like to tell them such things, but it is I who am losing my grip. If anyone sees this, troop, safe, I, them, important. Please, farewell, apologize, life, perform, future, regret, Cleo. This page is an absolute mess, and the writer's pen seems to have wandered its surface at random. Only some words can be made out, and barely at that. See, the thing about this is that, no, never mind. I was gonna say if we could actually see the difference in how the penmanship looked, it would be a lot more effective. And I mean, it would, but I mean, that didn't make Itchy Tasty any less impactful when you read it the first time. But I mean, if there was just one more entry between this one and this one, that would have made it a lot more effective. From this page onward, the diary stops, to be replaced with lyrics from musicals. Some are in the form of newspaper clippings, others are handwritten with many crossings out and changes. It is apparent that the pages have been referenced often, and that this was the personal notebook of artistic director O'Reilly.
She was so terrified.
She watched a girl get dissolved right in front of her and had to wait for her own death in silence.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been.
I'm pretty sure you can probably imagine.
Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Flipping through the notebook, the lyrics continue. However, one page has been torn out, folded up, and placed next to the last blank page. At the bottom of the folded note are 2 new lines Aurelia's written in handwriting much more legible than before, but it seems that they took her both great effort and a great deal of time to write. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want? Because I am an older sister to them. I love them. Huh. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want? Because I am an older sister to them. I love them. It sounds like, almost like she had become an Oceanid and then she turned back, or she wrote this afterwards.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. Even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troupe would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love, and she truly deserved it. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
Okay, then. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. So these people can dramatize their dearly departed director's death. Which I'm still not a fan of. Not into it at all. Woo! Oh, fuck yeah, bud. Here we go. Yep, don't mind me. Just the leader of your nation flying around through the buildings. And hoocha. Get in there. After reading through the notebook, some are lost for words, some weep bitterly, and some grind their teeth and howl with rage. A long time passes before the group is able to calmly come together and finally make a decision.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
I will channel all my regret and put it into my performance to make this a show worthy of our director.
Great. Yes. Performances fueled by regret are often the greatest, as we all know.
I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director O'Reilly and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus.
Yes.
I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
Paimon! Come on! Really? I love you, girl, but sometimes you just gotta shut up.
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance.
And also, pop stars don't necessarily mix that greatly with actual musical theater actors. Looking at you, Nick Jonas. I still haven't forgiven you for being the one tiny little blight on the 25th anniversary of Les Mis' performance.
And aren't human emotions, love, hate, regret, and hope, just the most mesmerizing things in this world?
I mean, all the dramatic film and literature throughout time, I guess, would probably agree with you.
I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Verena. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
You guys are still basing this off of her actual death.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal.
We're gonna change it up, right?
Curtain call. Please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Oh boy. All right then. Hi there, I play this game too. I'm AR44. Well, good stuff, Cookie Sweetie. Thanks for stopping in, I appreciate it. Hope your day is treating you well. My name's Relikai. I'm just a random guy on the internet playing video games. I don't chase the meta, I don't play games for views. So if that sounds like something that interests you, feel free to stick around, hang out, chat if you feel like it, lurk if that's more your speed. And for the time you do decide to stick around, I hope you enjoy yourself.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her. Besides, a role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Now we're talking like a serious acting troupe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your musical while I go and procure a stage.
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
Are you for certain for that? Currently saving up for 4.6, have 4,000 primo. God damn, man. Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything close to that. I don't think I've had anywhere close to. I think I've ever had more than 2,000 primos at one time. I don't even think I've had 2,000 primos at one time. Well, good for you. I hope it works out for you. Hopefully, maybe you're on the guarantee. If you're fighting the 50-50, then I pray for you.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa, wait, what?
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
Far too fancy. Almost close to 5,000. Jesus, man. Yeah, I mean, I could probably have that number of primos saved up if I didn't ever use them for like half a year straight. But I just burn all of my single pulls every single day, building up pity. So that if a character comes around and I can get up to soft pity, then I'll have a shot of getting them. So hopefully I'll be able to build it up in time for Daddy when she arrives. How's it going? Kets Gaming? I'm gonna go with that one. Thanks for stopping in, I appreciate it. Hope your day's treating you well. My name's Relikai, I'm just a random dude playing video games on the internet. Feel free to stick around, hang out, chat if you want to, lurk if you prefer, and for the time you decide to stick around, I hope you enjoy yourself.
Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine?
No, that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
Believe in yourselves! Go big or go home, pussies!
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you?
Do it. Do it.
I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Oh, you guys better not fuck it up.
Well, then don't disappoint me.
It's essentially what she said.
If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too.
Jesus.
Come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nervillette. I know just where to find him.
Again, why do you keep pronouncing his name as Nervillette? There's no R in there, woman. Stop. Okay. Let's go find our boy. According to the God, how does the meme go again? I forget what it's called. The Oratrice According to the Oratrice Epiclese Denalise Cardinal.
Hey,
is that how it goes?
That. Looks like I guessed right.
Hey.
You were just guessing?
What's up, boyo?
I knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Farina. And you too, Traveler in Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
You share the story of the little Oceanid with
I
Neuvillette.
understand. The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult.
Aha!
The story of the little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage. I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
Huh? What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Heh.
Yes, and this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them. So I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and... well, here we are.
That is how life tends to happen, isn't it, girly? One thing leads to another, and then here we are.
In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's
Whoopsie.
because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom. But I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
It's kind of like when you get older and you become more sympathetic and more sentimental, and suddenly you can start crying while watching movies. I'm telling you kids, if you've ever looked at somebody crying while watching a movie and you think, oh my god, what is wrong with them? It's just a movie, bro. Give yourself another 10 to 15 years. I'm telling you, you'll just wake up one day and you'll be watching Inside Out and suddenly you'll just start bawling your fucking eyes out. It's gonna happen.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist, Cleo, are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
Oh, he's buttering her up.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions.
Oh, but she's sticking fast to her guns.
Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Thanks, Neuvillette.
You are very welcome.
Cute. Return to the rehearsal location. All right, we're just running back and forth around all over the place, ain't we? Listen to her little shoes go tippy tappy. Tippy tappy, tippy tappy. It's kind of cute, in all honesty. I also like the bottom of Farina's shoes. Look at them. They've got like this, I don't know, they got this super cool design on the bottom of them, which definitely don't need to be there because, you know, they're literally always on the ground, but it's a nice little touch. Yeah. Get in there.
Good news, everyone. It's done. The opera epiclese is booked. Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Neuvillette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance.
She still can't get rid of that little bit of vain showmanship.
We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
This is truly wonderful.
Oh yeah.
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiamma and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
Wow, you two had a constructive conversation? That's great!
Communication is vital to any good performance.
Look at us. We've come so far.
And got so
Never
far.
could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing! Even though Farina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up!
I'm really looking forward to the final production.
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
Oh, look at him go. Cute. Oh man, I like these little illustrations. I wish they could be saved
Cursed
somewhere.
Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, oh little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Uh-huh. Okay. Oh,
Everyone's
girl.
really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only.
If only the woodpecker's sighs. The bark on the tree was as soft as the skies.
It's time for her to take the stage!
What? Oh, is her health acting up?
Why? Why does it have to be now?
Oh, Farina's gonna go out on stage.
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now.
Oh boy.
Oh no, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
No. The show must go on.
This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
Because the show must go on.
Miss Farina, I'd like to make a request of you.
Oh, shucky
Say
ducky.
no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale.
Oh boy.
From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come full circle.
Thank you, Miss Farina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Never mind. What's done is done. It's really my own fault for getting in too deep. No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
It's her pure heart.
Of course it is.
Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure, she never once stopped believing in the beauty in this world.
Hitting a little close to home here, Farina.
Well said. I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
So these story quests have come a long way from just being basically visual novels for the characters. Like I remember Barbara's story quest. Look at her walk. Is there gonna be an animated cutscene? Oh, it's just gonna be a slideshow.
Let's get here.
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Oh, wow.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau?
Oh, this is sick.
Donneras-tu aux chères l'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies et la cité elle nourrit ainsi que toi mon doux amour.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Le grand amour ne suffit pas, seul un adieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et amère. Moi, je serai toujours là, à voir le monde et sa beauté. Et ça ne changera jamais, jamais.
Dude, this is dope. Dude, that was cool. I like that. Like it wasn't just one of those like storybook live 2D little flowing moving picture book type deals. That was like a nearly fully animated cutscene. That was sick.
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Farina on the stage just now?
Can you not tell?
She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere? Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on?
I don't know, maybe it's just a doppelganger.
I've spent a lot of time out of the spotlight, and they didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Because you are so You're just a very average face in the crowd, Farina. No distinguishing characteristics whatsoever. Absolutely no reason why anyone could ever pick you out of a lineup of just any random schmoes off of the street. No, sir. No, sir.
It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice. Still, I have to admit that, despite everything.
Also, why is Lumine and Paimon up on the stage? What the fuck did they do? What were they in the show? I don't Granted, it's been a good few months since the last time we were playing the first half of the story quest, so I don't know. Maybe they were, but I certainly don't remember that being the case.
It felt good to be back on the stage again.
Oh, look at that smile. Look at the smile, man. It needs to be protected.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Farina.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
Oh, so it was Farina after all. She's back.
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
Oh, cute. She's pouting.
All right, calm down. Don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged. After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but it should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this yet.
It's a blanket law.
It's no big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
At most, you might be asked to sign a few autographs later.
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
Oh, so you want me to be your personal assistant? I am down with this arrangement.
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
Wait, yeah. Wait, wasn't Paimon supposed to be... No, I'm thinking of the event that Chevy was a part of, where Paimon was supposed to be the... I forget what they're called, the clappers? She was operating that thing.
Oh, that... I've got no idea what happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it? I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
Alrighty. Oh, there's a lot of people hanging around. We could see what the word on the street is. Hey, this dude ain't a local.
Did anyone see where Miss Farina went? Oh, I want to get her autograph, but I can't find her anywhere.
Wait, are they all
Feels
voiced?
not to sing very well. Why did they swap her out at the end?
I don't know. Maybe that's just how it was scripted.
Interesting. Do they all have something to say? Oh, not these ones.
I wasn't expecting such an incredible performance from an amateur troupe. They didn't seem out of place on the big stage at all.
Yeah, their technique could use some polish, but the performance in general felt very believable. Hit all the right emotional notes. I think it'll stay with me for a while.
Oh boy. Word's getting around, y'all.
What a surprise, seeing Miss Farina on the stage. This ticket was money well spent.
Yeah, I agree. Say what you want about her, but she's flawless when she's on stage.
Why would you want to say anything else about her, huh? Sounds like Sounds like cringe takes if you got anything less to say. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the fuck out of here. Making our way downtown. Dangerous Flora. All right. How much longer do we have to go, anywho? Feel like we got to be wrapping things up here. Unless they're going to make things go into an extra inning. Hey girl, are you dead in there? Hopefully you're not. Oh look, our boy is there with her. Oh wait, that makes sense. He took her home.
She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
Dang. So she's gonna have to be swapping back and forth between meds, huh? That's annoying.
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
They seem to like it even more than when you were on stage.
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic! Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Farina was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning.
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
She's a really pretty looking NPC. Like, she looks like hundreds of other NPCs that we've already seen, but literally all they did was they gave her lipstick and then they also gave her some little bit of eyeliner or eyeshadow, and yeah, that's all you need to kind of enhance the aesthetic of an NPC character.
Oh, don't worry about it.
A non-playable character
Like they told me
yes.
After announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition. Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance. It's safe to say that you made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another, we did it.
Yeah.
I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I
Dang.
never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Ooh, he called you out, girl.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
Do we need to give you some time alone?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
Uh-huh. Just fuck already.
So, any plans for the next step? After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to. You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the Little Oceanid to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
No, we should still disband.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Oh.
Hey, don't just walk off!
See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Farina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
Oh, our girl inspiring people.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well. What about you, Miss Farina? Any future plans?
Any macaroni sales that you're gonna capitalize on?
Well, frankly, I think a return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go until I finally acquiesce.
See, she's still got a little bit of that vanity in her. She's like, I mean, I fucking killed it, bro. So, I mean, it's only natural that I'm gonna have some people trying to scout me out. It is, you know, it's just what comes with the territory of being so incredibly talented and beautiful and just so divine as one as I.
You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I'd previously imagined. Maybe Nervilette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all.
There's no need to draw lines in the sand. Just do whatever feels right to you.
Yeah. There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth.
But now, you can be an actress in a masquerade seeking to tell the truth. Your truth, baby girl.
But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories about real people and how they touch the lives of others around them. I want to watch them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated Director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your true calling. The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover what a fascinating place it is.
Next time, I'll invite you to join me, like when I wish for you on the banner.
Then it's a deal. If a vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
So is that what happened? Did she get her vision during the performance? I'm assuming that's what was, Wait, oh, hello, there she is.
I'm just finishing packing up. As soon as I'm done, I've got an interview with the Steambird to get to. Thanks to all your help, this show was more perfect than we ever could have hoped for. But most of all, I want to thank you for giving me the chance to finally say farewell to O'Reilly.
Uh-huh. Well, good for you, Mr. Popularity.
Now that the buzz is worn off, I feel ready to pass out.
Who are you? Oh, only one line for you. All right, are you two gonna fuck on this bed now or what?
I mean, of course I have some regrets, but...
There'll be plenty of opportunities in the future for us to tell the stories that we want on stage.
I mean, didn't she say that she was quitting?
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands. Is that how humans feel about it as well?
Don't know. I don't have a vision. But I'm just gonna say yes. How you doing, Elaine?
Thank you so much. I feel like I've rekindled the passion I had when I first joined the troupe. It might turn out to be too little, too late for me. But still, this has been the experience of a lifetime.
Damn, she got 2 lines. She's much more important than what's-his-fuck. Boorod. Yeah. Alright. Well then, that's it. That is Farina's story quest all done and taken care of. Yep, it's gone now. Well, let's see. We've got a little over half an hour left to go. So I think what we could do is maybe try and see if we can finish out Shan Yu's story quest, because we were also doing that one part way. And let's see about if we can finish it out as well. All right, heading back over to Liu. Okay, but hold on. You know what? Before that, I kind of got an itch to do a little bit of the Spiral Abyss for no other reason other than the fact that, you know, don't really engage in a lot of combat during Genshin streams. But okay, let's see. I don't care, man. And I don't really ever do the Spiral Abyss at all, so I don't know. It's a nice little change of pace, and it'll be a palate cleanser before we get into the next story quest. So, okay. Opponent detail, first half, bunch of dudes, flying things. Bunch of dudes and flying things. Let's see, so water and ice on this side, fire on this side. Okay, all right, so let's see. Over here, we're gonna have, Furina, and then, you know what? Let's go and have Farazan, and, dang it, who's the other one? Oh yeah, Shan Yu, and Dea. And then over on this half, we shall have we'll have my no. Actually, we'll go ahead and do hold on. What is the lineup for that one? I think it's Kazuha, and then Kuki, and then Yelan, Yelan and Nahida. There we go. All right. Let's give this a quick shake here. Character attack, HP, character healing, character attack. All right, here we go.
Another test. Shower me with the ears of the storm. Skyward! Got him! Gloves off!
Lucky day!
Strike a pose! Let my name echo in song! Have fun with this gift!
Oh, and we're done. Okay, then. Good stuff.
Time to go.
All right, then over here.
It's my lucky day. The wind knows me. Fallen leaves, adorn my night into the wind.
I'll settle this!
Things are about to get dicey.
Commit to memory!
The fairy. Another test. That's
Sharing my knowledge!
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
Busted.
Bustin' makes me feel good. All right, good stuff. All right, a little bit more. Character attack, elemental skill, and burst cooldown by 20%. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Skyward! Let's get it on! You're dead meat!
All right, get fucked, get fucked, get fucked, get fucked. Oh, fuck you.
Hi!
Come on.
Look alive!
No, fuck you. Get off. Get out of here.
Scatter! Skyward! Seize the skies!
another test.
Where are you at? Where are you at? Come on.
You asked for it.
Oh, Dea, please. Ah, shit. Run.
Scatter! Skyward!
Okay.
Picked the wrong test.
And then over on this side.
Make yourselves at home.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Lightning, terrifying! Our bond is strong. Grow, grow, grow! The Temple of Wisdom.
Another test subject.
As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Picked the wrong test.
Where you at?
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
Okay. Good stuff. Last one. Okay. Character and charge attack instantly restores all HP. Nah, we're good.
Shower me with praise! Let the world come up!
Buckle up! Make way for the... Scatter! Skyward!
Dare to mess with me?
Okay.
Look alive! You're dead meat!
Time to shine! Transgression! Truth repeats its course.
Skyward! Stray cloud converge!
This body.
Yeah, there we go. And last one.
Sharing my knowledge.
Busted! Here comes the catch.
I'll settle this.
Clouds high. The birds call. Into the wind.
This way through the river. Grow, grow, grow.
Aha! Good stuff. Not too bad. Granted, this was only floor 10, so, you know, yeah, not nothing too crazy or demanding there, but you know, it's nice to get a little bit of at least one W under your belt there. All right, and let's open this shit up. Yay! And then 2 of these. Wonderful. All right, cool. So we got our little palate cleanser there all taken care of. So now let's go ahead and get on with the show here. Let's see. Can we actually get it all finished out by the end of the stream like we did with Farina? Mayhaps, but probably not. I don't think we were as far along in Shan Yu's story quest as we were with Farina's. We'll see. Oh. Okay, where are we going? Oh, right here. Oh, our boy.
Huh. It's you two. What brings you here?
What is this little reading corner of yours? You could be inside of a library, you could be at a cafe, you could be out by the ocean, but instead you decide you're gonna read in this little corner in the middle of the city. Yeah? Whatever puts the wind in your sails, I guess, boy.
Shincho! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about something.
You explain the situation to Sing-Sho.
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I don't know if I can say for sure.
Anything is helpful. Literally anything more than nothing.
I can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone. But considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
I'm pretty sure there's probably a lot of nameless heroines or heroes.
Nameless heroine?
That's right.
I'm sure it
The novels often speak
hits
of
so
a great
good.
drought from 50 years ago. As the people suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits and bandit camps. The people idolized her, but never learned her name. All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly fell in love with a similarly noble-minded exorcist from Mount Tianheng. They were
did she
well-matched
now?
in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength.
They were like Trevor and Sypha. Just went around fucking shit up for people. I just noticed, have my cheekbones always been this prominent? Huh. Whatever.
After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that remained were tales of her incredible accomplishments. The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
Thanks a lot, Xingqiu. We knew it'd be worth talking to you.
It's nothing at all, just something I came across while reading. I did do a bit of extra research on her story, but it was just out of personal curiosity.
Oh, you took that personally.
Paimon still thinks that's super cool. Oh, wait, Xingqiu, if you've read up on her, do you know of any places often associated with her?
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of 3 places. Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Qingyun Peak. Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those 3 places. That would explain why those locations appear in the various novels written about her.
Thanks, Saint Cho. You were a huge help. More so than I would have been.
You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I first came across it. If Miss Yuendai was indeed the original inspiration for the character, she may just be able to help me put the pieces together. It's rare for a chivalric hero to fade into obscurity during their lifetime, even after retiring from the public eye. But no one ever saw or heard from the nameless heroine again. There were even rumors that she became extremely ill. I've never understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory. It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something. There's probably far more to the story than what's been written.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to uncover the truth.
That's a deal. Perhaps
The truth.
behind the truth of it all, there lies a story more fantastical than any work of fiction.
Or more boring than even the most mundane of Instagram stories.
Paimon feels like we just learned so much from Xingqiu. A drought, a nameless heroine, a life of seclusion. Wait, why does the story sound super familiar?
I wonder.
Oh, right! There's a drought in this story, too! Xingqiu, are droughts super common in Liyue or something?
Well, they used to be. But people have long since developed methods to prevent them, like by cultivating the soil or digging canals.
It sounds like some new age bullshit. We need to return to the natural way of things. Like when there used to be droughts and we all just died from it. I say that facetiously because there seems to be this this recent push that things that are natural are inherently better for you. They're not. They're definitely not. Okay? If we need to do a little bit of geoengineering to make it so that, you know, we can continue to have food and not die, then maybe we should do that instead of just being, whoop, there's a drought. Guess we're just not gonna have food for the rest of the year. Oh, that's too bad. Sorry, everybody who's gonna die. This is the natural way of things. It's better this way, I guess.
So while droughts do happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters. The drought 50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the last several centuries.
Man, I can't wait until 2 months from now when we're having a drought where I live. We've had year upon year the hottest temperatures where I've lived on record, and we're primed to just keep on one-upping ourselves year after year.
Withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, and people who lost their homes came together to form bandit groups. What started as a natural disaster soon became a human tragedy as well.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a good time.
Yeah, and that's exactly why the nameless heroine was so beloved. She must have been someone of true integrity, to do so much for the people while asking nothing in return. Still, as terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared to the truly calamitous disasters that befell this land in ancient times. They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe and more common. Only the strongest of Adepti could hope to dispel the ruin and devastation. Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Yunyun and the others again. Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people. So sad that she can't recall any of it. Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time, Xingqiu. Thank you so much for your help.
It's no problem at all. Safe travels.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead.
Wait to see my adorable daughter.
Your adorable daughter. Oh, is that what's his fuck? Oh my god, there's so many quests around here that I just haven't done. Man.
Yeah, skyward, scatter.
Making our way downtown. Oh shit. Is that Streetward Rambler down there? Are you being cringe again, my girl? Oh, it's both of you old ladies.
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh, thank you. Streetward Ping, what has amused you so?
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this world, and yet you appear just the same as ever.
When are we getting Madam Ping's hot young version? All right, when are we getting that? Because you know they're gonna make her a playable, summonable character. They would not make her as hot and give her a design that good if they weren't just going to eventually make her playable as well. It's gotta happen. It's going to happen. Just give it to us already, man. You know you guys want to. You know you guys want to. You want to give her to us, and each of her skills are gonna have like 2 paragraphs for their effects that they do. Fine. Just give her here already, man. You're going to do it eventually, so just sooner rather than later. Let's go. Come on. Right here, please. Thank you.
Time has little bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong. Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to seek your counsel on a personal matter.
Oh, why so formal all of a sudden? I must say, you're making me a little nervous. What is it?
Well, the inquiry is as such. Approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor?
Oh?
Not like the one that you yourself lead.
Oh, does somebody want to be a little bit closer to her daughters? Oh, mama bird.
It does not require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean that...
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping! What are you two talking about?
Oh, just about how Bird Mama is gonna be moving here to be closer to her daughters.
Nothing save for some trivial matters.
Uh-huh.
Have you unearthed any useful details?
Xingqiu has a theory, but let's save it for when Chuyu and Miss Yuendai have joined up with us again.
Chuyu and Yuendai soon arrive on the scene. Paimon relays Xingqiu's findings. Oh.
Do not be troubled, young lady. Here, have some tea.
Thank you so much. What do you think, Shuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny?
According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount Tianheng. Maybe that's my grandpa.
Maybe.
I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in our attic full of a bunch of weird sigils.
Seems like the stories were on the right track. We should probably pay a visit to the 3 places mentioned in the books.
I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place. What marvelous tea. I can taste the dew's sweetness in this cup. It's as if I was taking a stroll in the mountains, thoroughly one with nature and at peace.
Is that so? Then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among friends.
At our age. I just noticed Madam Ping has a gray ball sack on the back of her head. Now I can't unsee it, man. Shit. I ruined it for myself. I just noticed it right now, and now I'm never going to not be able to see it as anything else but an old gray wrinkly ball sack. Man. Alrighty then.
Thank you.
Let's rest here for a little while then.
Okay, since we have the time, can I ask you something?
What's up, girly?
Sure thing. What would you like to know?
I have a secret I want to tell you. Let's go talk over there.
There we go. What can't you unsee? What's up, Kai-san? For your sake, I'm just gonna not say, because yeah, might as well just spare you from that.
Shuyu?
Well,
Just know that it involves ball sacks.
started talking in the restaurant, but are you guys all adepti in disguise?
Oh! About that.
Not me. Why do you say that?
Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus, I think I might have heard Miss Shen Yun call herself an adeptus.
Oh, must have been a slip of the tongue. Shen Yun, since you were the one who, misspoke, maybe you can explain to Shuyu here what you really meant by that.
Yeah, maybe you should clear up this misunderstanding, because this is not our issue. I have balls, do it, I'll understand. What? Fine, it's just, I just happened to notice that Madam Ping's bun looks like a old gray wrinkly ball sack. And now I'm not going to be able to unsee it whenever it's on screen. There you go.
One is indeed an adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
Oh, all right then. Just like that.
I knew it.
I knew it. You don't seem surprised at all.
Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane. I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross. But then this snowy white crane flew down from the sky. She put me on her back and flew me to her cool Adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed and my fever was gone.
Aww. I don't know who you're referring to. You don't know Madam Ping? Well, have you played this game? My guy, you're forced to interact with her.
I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance.
Dang.
So, I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have ever met an Adeptus like that?
I might have, mayhaps.
A pure white illuminated crane? The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown. Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
Well, I mean, she's mostly white, so, I mean, I figured she was just talking about her.
Never has one met an adeptus with such features. One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that oft results from narrative accounts.
Oh my god, are you calling her a liar right to her face? Just like that? Took a break, forget shit. Yeah, but she's a huge aspect of the leeway portion of the story.
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then?
Dang.
Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny recover her memories. I'm really grateful for all your help.
Leave it to us! Now that we know the 3 locations, we just need to visit them one by one.
One by one.
Okay, I'll go get
Remembering a brighter sun. Alrighty. Go to Wangsha. Oh, we're just off then. Okay then. Show you. All right. Well, there she is. And there's her giant gray wrinkly ball sack on the back of her head. Her. Yes, her. Streetward Rambler. You'll remember her a lot better when they make her a playable character, but she's showing up in her hot, younger, sexy form. All right.
Wangshu Inn.
Bro, what? Yeah, I told you.
Inn.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Can't unsee it now.
Yes. The fish here is very delicious, and if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird that's been left behind by its flock.
That sounds sad.
I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window. Yes, I spent a lot of time looking out that window. Which room was it again? Let me look.
I'll come with.
All right, Zhao, where you at, brother?
Paimon's still having some trouble understanding what she's talking
I'll
about.
remember her.
If she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right? Wait, huh? Whoa! Zhao, what
Yep.
are you doing here all of a sudden? You scared the living daylights out of Paimon!
Yep, there's our boy.
I sensed a non-human presence and decided to come take a look. If you're here, then there's likely no trouble afoot. I suppose there's no cause for concern.
Dude, Zhao is the Edward Cullen that all the thirsty tweens and housewives deserve.
It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I see you have returned to your previous form.
You've met her in this form before? You guys sure seem to like your greens. Your green highlights, don't you?
I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war? Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
Behold, the
What?
glory of one's newest invention, the Bang Bang Continuous Fire Mechanism. Hands up and surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
What?
An impressive imitation.
Paimon knows her all too well.
Dang.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you describe. You may be unaware, but her talent with Adepti sigils is just as formidable as her skill in mechanics.
Oh-ho! So she can bust out some magics.
The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death. The Cloud Retainer who fought beside me in those devastating battles was taciturn and solemn, only speaking when she had to activate her sigils.
Oh, so before she became a mama.
A Cloud Retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your bird form again?
Once one had bid farewell to the world of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape?
Because it's hot? I mean, what other reason is there? You could have made yourself not hot, but you did. So, you know, I'm just saying.
When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world, a mortal form is hardly the most fitting of choices.
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor, and always in her avian form.
I wonder what Zhao looks like in his non-human form. Have we ever seen that? I don't think so.
Although I do believe there was an occasion some 30-odd years ago, when she decided to don her human form. I believe it was for the purpose of...
One believes there is little need to relive bygone matters.
Oh?
Granny, are you okay?
Oh?
Back then, at this place,
Perhaps this conversation should end here. I shall take my leave now. Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name.
Yeah, we know how to call you, babe.
However, given that you are traveling with Cloud Retainer, I trust you are in good hands.
Everyone! I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
Oh, shucky ducky.
Slowly now, calm your mind and recount what has been recalled.
A long time ago, I stayed here to recuperate from my illness.
Huh. So what Shinto said was true! You did fall ill! Was that why you went into hiding?
I don't remember. I'm very sorry, but I can't even remember the name of my illness. The only thing I can remember is that it took a great toll on me, and there was no cure for it.
Yes, clearly.
I was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn, where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was a solemn sight. I remember crying, but I'm not even sure I knew why. One day, I met a traveling merchant.
Oh.
Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea pills.
Aw, she was cute.
He told me that the pills were concocted using adepti blood.
What?
And could be used to alleviate my symptoms.
You took blood pills?
Sure enough, I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
So the dementia you're suffering from now is actually...
Wait, but if your illness remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago?
So you need more adepti blood is what I'm hearing.
And it was all thanks to the pills that you managed to keep the symptoms in check? Paimon's brain kinda hurts. Do you remember anything else?
I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, if only I wasn't so useless.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, you're not useless. You've done so much for me. Watched me grow up. Raised me. How could you say that about yourself?
Aw, she's a cutie.
Oh, fret not, dear child. Granny was just a bit frustrated. That's all.
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process. Finding pieces of one's past is always superior to not finding anything at all. Let us make haste to the next location.
Next location. Next location. Oh, why don't we go to the area north of Dwayunkars next?
Adjust them.
There isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start? Oh, Paimon's got it. Let's check out the houses in the area first. After all, if she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right? Oh, Paimon's really got her thinking cap on today. At this rate, we'll recover all of Granny Wendai's memories in no time.
All thanks to Paimon. Yes. Alright, let's... Oh, shit, what is this? Man. Alright, well, you know what? I'm just gonna... Let's see. Let's make our way up here. And then we're gonna... Nah, you know what? Just teleport over there. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Oh. All right.
Yeah, skyward.
Ooh. Oh god. Trembling earth. No, don't care. Don't care about the trembling earth right now.
Oh, why are there so many treasure hoarders here? Guess it's time to round up some bad guys.
Get fucked, buddies.
Do you remember anything about this place, Granny Wendai?
Does seeing it set on fire rekindle any of your old memories? You see what I did there?
Let me think. I feel like I've been here before.
Oh?
But I don't think I stayed here too long. I might have just rested here briefly before continuing on my way.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. That's okay. There are still plenty of other places we can check.
Okay.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, I believe I brought... Ah, yes. I brought some sweet snacks with me.
Sweet snack.
Take some. You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big and strong.
That is true.
Oh, thank you. Then Paimon will help herself.
Of course you did, Paimon. You eat so much and yet you grow not at all. Why are you broken? Oh, this cutscene is important enough that they changed the time of day.
Why don't we take a break over there?
This place... It's...
Mm-hmm.
Did you remember something, Granny?
I remember. Shuyu, this is where your father was born.
Oh, snap. You did the deed in here?
It was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit.
Oh, dear.
I had exhausted my strength when the labor pains came on, so we took refuge in this house. Your grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monsters back.
Or the lightning.
I remember that night. I remember falling to my knees, reciting a prayer over and over. I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you wish for forsaking my oath, but spare my innocent child.
Sin? Oath? Did you do something wrong?
I don't know. I don't remember. I only remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally rose again and the fog cleared out. Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby was your father. I remember I clutched him tight to my chest and wept tears of joy. It was the first time I'd ever felt such happiness in my life.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy, and so are you, Shuyu. You're so much like him, and I love you both so much.
Aww.
But you're always going to be different from me. Why? Just what did I do?
I don't care what you might have done, Granny. You'll always be the person I love more than anything.
Oh.
You're too sweet, Shuyu. I'm lucky to have you with me. If not for you, I would not have had the courage to come here, to try to remember what I had forgotten. All right, let's not stand around any longer. There's one place left, yes? Let's go take a look.
Okay.
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Qingyun Peak. You and I, how fares your health?
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on. I shall carry you to the top. Oh, such lightness of weight.
All those who grow old grow frail in the end, do they not?
What the fuck?
First, you
Jesus.
lose your memory, then your health. Eventually, you end up losing everything.
God damn.
My only wish is to depart this world with a lucid mind, to free myself of this torment and the burden it places upon others.
Fret not. You have my aid in this endeavor.
God damn. He just came the fuck out of nowhere. I was just trying to let them have their moment, but the game was like, no, fuck
These
you.
could be salvaged for parts.
All right, well, so normally we would be wrapping it up here, but I am actually having myself, I actually don't have to work tomorrow. Taking a little time off, so I don't, I can try and see if we can wrap this up tonight here. So let's see. Hopefully there's not like an hour left or something like that. We'll just have to see. Okay.
We're finally here. Does this place feel familiar to you, Granny One Day?
Let me see. How strange. Have I lived here before?
Take your time.
When we were at
Pull the
Wangshu Inn and
chi-chi.
the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity. I could easily picture myself in those places. But here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just didn't leave a strong impression on me.
Dang.
But did the stories get it wrong then?
We can't expect them to get everything right.
Yeah, that's true. But they're also the only thing we have to go off of. Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny Uendai's memory just like the others.
I'm sorry to disappoint you too.
It's all right. We're not going to give up yet. We'll figure something else out. Just you wait.
Thank you. If only I could remember. Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
Oh, let Paimon look! Huh? Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come full circle.
Mount Outsong. Mount Outsong.
Oh.
Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do something that makes you sad.
Shut the fuck up, child. I'm having myself an epiphany.
Mount Outsong, What am I really?
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity to you?
It does, but I can't go back.
Are you feeling unwell?
My head, it feels all heavy and dizzy. What is wrong with me?
Cloud, Miss Yenyun, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Outsong.
Let's do it.
But
Exposure therapy.
All will be well. You and I, you have already given more than enough to the pursuit of this endeavor. You may leave the rest to me. I've prepared something that can aid you in suppressing the fear in your heart and restoring your lost memories. It currently resides at Mount Outsong.
Wait, really? When did you do that?
Never ask a mother of when she commits the acts of which become of aid to you later.
I never leave anything to chance. All will reveal itself when we arrive.
Alrighty. Guess we're making our way downtown. Yeah, boy. There we go. Easy as pie. Mon.
Come on, just tell Paimon already! What's this thing you've prepared?
Here, this is it.
This is it. The bird Annie? The bird Emmy?
Huh? But isn't this the mechanism that you were tinkering with when we first got here? Oh, is it another invention of yours?
Precisely. A recent one at that. I am most pleased with the result. I call it the suspensus somnium mechanism.
Somnium. So it's got something to do with dreams. Also, I bet that would look nice in my serenity pot if I actually did anything with my serenity pot.
It periodically releases a soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously relax and even enter a semi-hypnotic state.
Yep. Anyone who played I the Somnium Files knows all about Somnium.
Soothing agitation and anxiety, relieving exhaustion and insomnia, its potential uses are numerous indeed.
That sounds like it would
of course, it can
sell
also aid
hella
the
well
recovery of lost
in real
memories.
life.
Whoa, what a cool gadget! But if you had it all along, why did you keep it to yourself until just now?
Dramatic effect.
We could have come to Mount Outsong right off the bat and saved time on a lot of floating.
How preposterous. Had Yuendai not recalled much of her past through her own efforts, the device would have nothing to draw upon. We Adepti can only help those who first resolve to help themselves. Had she lacked such determination and strength of character, one would have little to offer in way of assistance.
Paimon thinks she gets it now. Hey, what's that other thing?
As previously mentioned, a gentle adeptal tune is required to take full advantage of the mechanism. One secured such a tune from Streetward Rambler. Only with her melodies can the mechanism reach its peak power.
Cloud Retainer and Streetward Rambler coming together to collaborate once again. See the full world tour this winter.
Oh, Paimon can feel what you mean. Paimon's body feels light as a feather. It's as if she's lying down on a warm patch of grass after a super satisfying meal.
And you, Yuendai, is the mechanism helping you to relax?
Nope.
It appears she has already succumbed to the depths of reverie. Come, join one on this side. We shall give her some time to herself.
We're gonna let her sleep standing up? Seems a little dangerous, but okay.
The drought is over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
The potion. It's nearly run its course.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even for a second.
Please. Please, no. Have you forgotten? This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly straddled betwixt the realms of heaven and earth. This is your home. This is where you belong.
Oh.
You should have never left.
The
you of the past, the me from not that long ago. We should have never.
So she used to be an Adeptus. Or wait, or was she just some kind of like spirit?
So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar.
Granny! Granny?
What's up?
Are you okay?
Cloud Retainer.
Your memories have returned?
Wait, did you just call her by her full name? Does that mean you already knew each other?
Yes. I now remember everything. Everything.
Granny, please don't cry. I'm here. I'm here.
Aw, Shuyu's such a good girl.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry, everyone. You've gone to so much trouble on my behalf. It's all come back to me now. The most important thing that I had forgotten. was the truth of what I once was.
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience. Reclaiming a truth long buried is sure to come with a myriad of complex emotions. Perhaps one should recount the story on your behalf while you compose yourself.
No, it's okay. Now that I've remembered, I must face my memories head on.
Do it, Granny!
Shuyu, everyone, I cannot thank you enough for all your help. I'm ready to tell you my story, if you're willing to listen.
Do it!
Please, Granny, don't force yourself. What happened in the past doesn't matter. I love you more than anything. Nothing you say can change that.
I know, dear child. My feelings for you are exactly the same. It is for this reason that you deserve to know the truth. Some time ago, I made a terrible mistake. One for which I could never atone.
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Dwayne Karst? What happened?
I am, in truth, not a human being. My real form, one that I held for centuries, was that of a wild crane.
What, just a regular crane?
I spent many, many years living on Mount Outsong, bathing in the soft breeze and drinking the sweet dew of the mountains. At some point, I somehow gained wisdom and sentience. The Lord of the Mountain, Cloud Retainer, became aware of my existence and began to share many stories with me. She even passed on the secret of cultivation to me. Though she never took me on as a formal disciple, I always saw her as my master.
God damn.
Whenever she took out her tools to work on mechanisms or new inventions, I would also stand next to her and watch.
God damn, Cloud Retainer gets around. She got... How many disciples or pupils does she have?
I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right. I followed her teachings, and time gradually passed us by. Until that fateful day 50 years ago.
50 years ago?
During the drought that struck Liyue.
That's right. Master regaled me with many stories of her past deeds. From them, I learned how she had saved people from a similar crisis in the past.
So, okay, I'm still hung up on, like, was she just a regular-ass crane? Like, how did she live for centuries as just a regular crane?
She was the one I looked up to the most. More than anything, I dreamt of becoming an adeptus like her. I wanted to travel the land like she had, relieving suffering wherever I went. But I was still far from being a real adeptus. I possessed no ability to take on human form and fit in with the crowd. Once she learned of my desires, Master prepared a special dose of human mimicry potion for me.
Uh-huh.
She warned me that the potion's effects would only last 10 years, and if I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time, I would forever forget my past as a crane and become something neither human, beast, nor adeptus.
Oh no. So that was the source of your dementia all along.
But you never turned back into a crane.
Was it because of Grandpa?
Indeed, I fell in love. Though he was human, he had spent his entire life training on Mount Tianheng. When we met, it was not only my first foray into the world below, but his as well. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me, he cared deeply about the world and wanted, more than anything, to cleanse it of all pain and suffering. I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years passed by in a flash. Yet I did not want to leave his side, so I...
Oh no. What happened next?
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life full of pain and suffering, even if it meant that I would eventually turn into a monstrosity. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her. So I wrote her a long letter instead and asked someone to leave it outside her abode. I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. In my shame, I fled and tried to hide from the world, such that no one would be able to find me again.
So that's why the nameless heroine hid herself away. It's always for some dude. These bitches need Hades over on their other shoulder being like, please, he's a guy.
But that was only the beginning of my troubles. I began to suffer from a strange illness. My memories became hazy and confused, and I could no longer keep myself awake. I understood that my pain was caused by my refusal to return to the life I was fated to lead. Along with my memories as a crane, I soon forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I knew only that I had committed a sin. All I could do was pray for forgiveness, even if I had long forgotten what needed to be forgiven. Looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortunate coincidence that we were there at the same time.
Coincidence.
If it weren't for those soul-revitalizing tea pills, I probably would have...
Granny, what's wrong?
Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence? Tea pills concocted using the blood of an adeptus?
It was our girl.
It couldn't be. Master, don't tell me. Back then, that merchant was actually...
You big ol' softy.
Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts to be in order when one's progeny is wedded, would it not? Consider the pills a symbol of one's best wishes.
So when I tried to conceal my name and mistakes from the world and hide myself away in perpetuity, the only person I managed to deceive was myself. You knew where I was all along.
One still remembers when you were but a fledgling. You possessed a certain fondness for a particular game. You would hide yourself among a group of wild cranes and ask one to pick you out from among the flock. One found you with such ease every time. 'Tis a truth most evident. One always recognizes one's own, no matter what form they may take.
Man, Shan Yun, literally just everybody's mom. Just every single person or thing she comes across, she just becomes their mom instantly.
Wait. Paimon's confused. So, Cloud Retainer, you found Yuendai again? But how? When? And what happened after that?
Paimon, please, are you keeping up here?
Perhaps it is now time for one to recount the rest of the tale.
Animated cutscene? Yes. Oh. Follow the memories and find the oh. Okay.
One was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses.
Wait, what's with her tassels? Why are they so sparkly? Oh. It's Wangshu Inn. It's Hongshu Inn.
In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist, his talent was lacking. One could hardly say his skill with sigils was any better.
God damn, Mom just laying into her daughter's man.
But soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and rarely left your side. Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies, glaring though they may have been.
Damn.
Wishing to grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many divine ingredients and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine. Though imperfect, it managed to suppress the more dire effects of your illness. As for how to deliver the medicine, after much contemplation, one eventually decided to perform the deed oneself. One took great care to alter one's features and select the appropriate attire. Only after meticulous scrutiny did one finally set out for Wangshu Inn.
You meticulously, altered your features by sticking a couple of tufts of hair onto your lips and chin?
As one expected, you were most ignorant of one's true identity. You showed not even the slightest inkling of recognition.
Due to one's impeccable mastery of disguise.
One was quite torn. Should one have celebrated the success of one's disguise, or mourn the loss of your acquaintance?
Continuing on.
Yeah! Scatter!
Oh, they're sparkly again. Resurrection? Oh. Pretty. Oh.
Yeah! Skyward!
Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter, if you are amenable, even considering your loss of memory. One was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night.
Oh. So she was outside the whole time, just wrecking house in order to keep her baby birds safe. Oh, mama.
Seize the skies!
Dang.
Those monsters would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive. They were likely incited by the presence of godly remains. Said godly remains, in turn, were likely drawn to the trace of one scent on your body. One was, after all, an active participant in the Archon War. Some of the gods were likely shattered by contraptions of one's very making.
God damn, these illustrations look fantastic. I wish they would get saved somewhere, man.
In the end, one was relieved to see you endure through the night. At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry pierce through the air, and one saw you carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain mortal matters remain foreign to me, one could not help but be moved by your joy.
Oh, I like this BGM, man.
To see you happy, that was more than enough.
Man, she is the most mommy of all mommies.
Now you should have a complete understanding of the events.
Wait, but if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
Ah, one had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale.
It was her granny, wasn't it? Hey, I know where this is.
Just as you and I troubled one with her antics, so did you give one many a headache. Upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment.
I thought it was her.
However, upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refusing to get on one's back. When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true Adeptus, because all illuminated cranes are white from tip to toe.
Dang.
One had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance.
Oh.
You became more than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid of any other coloring.
That's it? I thought it was her granny. Like, I guess that wouldn't make sense though, because okay, so she is her biological grandmother. Okay, so yeah, then that wouldn't make sense, yeah. But I mean, really? This is how you do it. You powder yourself up. In all of your godly glory, you couldn't just change. You can change yourself to look like a human, but you can't change the color of your feathers. If you say so, Mama.
It bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuendai was nearly entirely pure white in color. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognized the essence of her being. Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one.
Wait, fate brought you two together? What? Huh? But no, she's her real grandma, though, right? I mean, no. She's her real grandma.
All has been revealed. One owes you an apology, Yuendai. One recognized you upon your very entrance into Wanmin Restaurant. One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe.
Aww.
Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to Liyue Harbor. Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished memories would merely have become the fictionalized account of another. Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree? Even if the process was painful and arduous to experience. Have you any inquiries? Inquiries?
Master, I must ask. If you found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be, even though you knew about my mistake?
Girl,
why did
are you really
not bring
asking?
me back to Mount Outsong by force?
Are you really asking this? After everything that she just talked about, bro, come on. Get your head in the game, man.
One has never regarded your action as a mistake. It was a simple choice, nothing more.
And she loves ya.
When it is time for one's progeny to leave the nest, it is the responsibility of an elder to let them fly free. Yet, when your wings grow weary and the night grows dark, just know that you always have a place to which to return.
Mama! Ooh.
'Tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal writing. Home, nest, haven. Whatever its denomination may be, its essence remains quite unchanged. One speaks, of course,
anyone else hear
of a
that?
place not
Ow.
unlike one's own abode. One's disciples are free to come and go as they wish, yet the door remains forever open to those who wish to return. One rather hopes you count yourself among them.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh.
You and I. One expects you too have sensed the rapid deterioration of your condition as of late. Have you not? 40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time, it merely delayed the inevitable. One may have extended the path, yet one was unable to alter its final destination. Even the power of an Adeptus has its limits. Had your condition continued to deteriorate, you would have forgotten your life as a human entirely. In the end, you would have turned into a creature lacking in the ability to even comprehend its own monstrousness.
Dang, jeez, man. Wait, is this because of the fact that she just ran away, or was this illness in her the entire time?
Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the process along by providing some guidance, the result is entirely a reflection of your own effort.
So, what's gonna happen to Granny?
One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane. If it be fated, she may recover her sentience one day.
Oh.
She's gotta go back to being a regular crane, huh?
Is there no other way, Mommy?
Master, you've already done more than enough for me. I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness. This is a better result than I could have ever hoped for. How much time do I have left?
Not long. The transformation is imminent.
Granny?
Oh.
Please don't leave, okay? You're all I have left. Please.
Oh, man. This is fucking bullshit, bro.
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. My only regret is having to leave you behind. Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young lady like yourself needs lots of good food to grow big and strong.
Man.
Promise Granny you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone.
I promise, Granny. I'll do whatever you say.
Bro, this shit is dumb.
Good girl. Good girl.
Ah.
Don't worry. It's not goodbye forever. Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Outsung. Granny will train day and night. I won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power. When that day comes, we'll be able to live together again. You and I. How's that sound?
Good.
That's a good girl. Even though we won't see each other for a little while, as long as we both work hard, we're sure to meet again someday.
Oh, Lumine's like, man, this shit's hitting a little too close to home for my liking.
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you, no matter how long it takes. I'll wait for you to come back.
God damn, whoever's voicing Shuyu here, doing a really good job. A little too good, if you ask me.
That's a good girl. Then Granny really has no more regrets. I'm so sorry, Master. Thank you for everything.
Bruh. And just like that, goddamn. Oh, man, I hate it here.
Shuyu.
Let her be. At her age, crying is a natural, if not fitting, response to such an event. Tears are a necessary part of maturation. Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll of stress and misery.
Yep, a lot of people need to recognize that more.
Now that the issue has been resolved, you should also take a moment to relax. Give yourself some time to rest. Take a nap if you must. One will wake you in due time.
Okay, Mommy. Oh. Animated cutscene! Of course we get one for Shan Yun and not a fully animated one for Farina. Paimon is laying on the ground again. I am disturbed. This ain't real, is it? This is Lumine's dream, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah, it is. Man.
I always believed we would see each other again.
Wow!
That our days of separation would finally end.
We even get to hear her voice?
And all my troubles would be behind me.
God damn.
If only things could stay this way forever.
Man. Man, no one's having a good time here.
Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up.
Come, let Mommy comfort you. Disney Princess Lumine.
Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you.
Oh, Mommy!
After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
Lumine got a head pat, bro. Oh.
Grilled chicken drumsticks.
This fucking creature.
Was Paimon sleeping just now?
A little bit.
Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a dream about eating grilled chicken drumsticks, that's all.
Uh-huh.
Madam Adeptus?
Oh, Shuyu, you're awake. How do you feel?
I feel a little better. Thanks.
Yeah.
I know I'll see Granny again someday, so I don't feel so sad anymore. Madam Adeptus, could I ask you something? Would you take me in as a disciple?
Oh, and have you reasons for this sudden interest?
Well, I'm an orphan. So, I don't know. You seem like very good mommy material, so please, maybe?
I know Granny thought what she did back then was wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born. Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So, I thought maybe one day I could become a cool adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
She's gonna become an adeptus? Dude, that would be kind of sick.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal. The fact that you Unde's blood flows through your veins is proof enough of that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it so.
Wait, would she become an adeptus before Shenhe?
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean, Master.
Chuyu, are you sure about this?
Again, I have literally no parents or family now, so yeah, I think I'm all right with this arrangement.
Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like chin-chin and violet grass.
Dude, I would eat chin-chin and violet grass. The Chinese kind of chin-chin, not the Japanese kind.
If you join them, you'll never enjoy Wanmin Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a rule. Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
Yeah, not everyone's gotta be a vegan like Ganyu. And is Shenhe technically vegan, I guess, too?
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
Although Mount Outsong is rich in natural beauty, its location does preclude access to certain finer mortal comforts. That is precisely why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Shu Yu shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world.
Aw, shit.
Whoa. You're leaving Mount Outsong?
Is that why you took on this human form?
One has never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence. From the very beginning, one has sought only solace and peace. Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu, Shenhe, Yuandai, they all chose a life among the mortal world. One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part as an elder or master. A failing, perhaps, of recognizing what it was they truly wanted. One is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them to remain there. One could hardly offer an opinion on the matter, but perhaps some time in the harbor will prove instructive.
Aw, yeah. Now Ganyu and
all so silent.
Ganyu and Shenhe gonna be like, oh no, mom's closer to us now? Shit.
Paimon is, just a bit shocked, that's all. So, does this mean we can grab a meal together in Liyue Harbor sometime?
One has precious little time to squander. However, if one finds oneself otherwise unoccupied, one would not be opposed to the idea.
Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't be.
One will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor. You should take care to avoid disclosing one's true identity.
I mean, we've done pretty well so far.
Don't worry, we'll help you keep it a secret.
Yeah, that's us. Paimon and Lumine, secret keeper extraordinaires.
So, when can we expect to start seeing you in the city?
Perhaps in 2 days' time. One has some matters to see to before one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all. One plans to put up various items from one's collection for sale. The earnings should provide for a comfortable living in Liyue Harbor.
I mean, you also know Rex Lapis. Can't you just, I don't know, get some money from the man?
One has already.
I mean, he doesn't even have any money. Never mind.
Rock. 'Tis no small purchase, but what is mortal life if not one expense after another?
I mean, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Seems like you've really thought of everything. Then how about we meet up in Liyue Harbor in 2 days?
A sensible plan. See you then. Oh, also, why don't you take this suspense insomnia mechanism as a souvenir?
Yep.
Anytime you
Yep.
should feel ill at
Serenity
ease in the
pot
future,
furniture.
You may try quieting your mind and sitting in meditation as you listen to its melodies. It might help you find a new perspective.
Awesome! Thanks, Cloud Retainer!
Alright.
Didn't we promise Shincho that we'd tell him what we found out? Should we make a trip to the Feiyun Commerce Guild? It's totally up to you.
Okay.
So, about your move to Liyue Harbor, you gonna tell the other Adepti about it?
I have left an explanatory note in my abode.
Oh, really?
Two old fossils will discover it, I am sure, should they come seeking my company.
So you got upset at her about leaving you a note about you deciding to never come back, and you're just gonna do the same exact thing.
Considering their recent penchant for going off on private escapades, however, I find myself caring little for how they shall receive this news.
How you doing, girl?
By the way, Shuyu, we have a friend who helped us learn a lot of information about your granny. Is it okay if we tell him the full story?
Sure. I don't think Granny would mind. As long as you don't tell a whole bunch of people. I don't think she'd want too many people to know. They might go to Mount Outsong and start bugging her about it. Granny needs to focus on her training, you know? But telling a friend or two is probably fine.
No worries, our friend can keep a secret.
Bitchin'. Alright, wait until 2 days later. Here we go. Woo, woo. Alright. We're almost there. Probably gotta go another, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes of dialogue, hopefully, and then we should be right as rain. My God. Okay.
If you are presently unoccupied, perhaps we could stop
Everybody's
a while at-
gone. Everybody's left us. All right, here we go.
Yeah, scatter!
Oh.
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense scrutiny is hardly necessary.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for concern. In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny. If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back, not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life. I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful.
Uh-huh.
We're here, Cloud. Miss Shenyan, what are you guys arguing about?
Ah, perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning
Whoa.
the authenticity of my wares.
No need for that kind of language.
I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is pure folly.
She's asking us to not blow her Adeptus cover, and then she's over here whinging and bitching about the fact that this guy doesn't believe her when she says that she has had these things in her possession for several hundred years. Madam, please, we're trying to run a business here.
Several hundred years?
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see. Passed down over many generations, as families are wont to do.
Uh-huh.
Yep, they've definitely been around a while. We can vouch for her on that one.
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an honor to even have the opportunity to behold them with your own eyes.
One wishes to speak to your manager.
doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to another buyer.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss.
Uh-huh.
You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth of these items. If you could wait but a moment, I've hired an expert to appraise them for me. He should be here shortly.
Oh, is it Zhongli?
An expert, you say? Very well. I will wait for a little while longer then. Traveler, Paimon, this is my new residence. If you have cause to seek my company in the future, this is where you can find me.
Sick. Nice view, Mommy.
Master! Oh, it's you two again. Hello.
Shiryu! You got a new outfit! It looks great on you.
Oh yeah, she does.
Master made it for me. I like it too.
Oh, it's literally her colors, of course.
Huh? You know how to make clothes?
Do I know how to make clothes? With the support of the proper mechanism, sewing is hardly a challenge.
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few boxes left, but they're kind of heavy, so I just left them outside.
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of messy right now, so maybe you could not look yet, Master. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, don't sneak a peek at my PG-13 movies.
It appears my young apprentice has her own fair share of secrets. No matter. Do what you must, child.
Please don't look through my journal with all of my Edward and Jacob self-insert fan art.
Soon. Ah, there he is.
Oh, let's see him. Where's Rock Daddy?
Here, allow me to make some introductions.
There he is.
This is Mr. Zhongli, a well-respected consultant at Wangshang Funeral Parlor and an expert in all manner of valuables and antiques. Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Shenyun. She's the one who's looking to sell the collection of valuables I mentioned earlier.
If it isn't Miss Shenyun. It has been quite some time since our last meeting. What a serendipitous reunion.
So serendipitous.
Indeed, most serendipitous. Have you been faring well as of late, Mr. Zhongli?
Is this the first time she's interacted with him, like, since we first got to Liyue?
Quite well, thank you. I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest. The experiences left me with such insight and peace.
Huh. So you two are already acquainted?
Indeed. How fortunate we are that fate has brought us together again. If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Shenyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser. She is well-versed in all fields, and oft-celebrated for her impeccable taste. You stand to gain much from this opportunity.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail. I can say without a doubt that you are foremost in that regard.
Why, you flatter me, Miss Shenyun. It would seem that you are as self-effacing as ever.
Not at all, Mr. Zhongli. Not at all.
Am I missing something here?
While I am loath to butt into this conversation, I must ask, you two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relationship. Can I be certain that you're not working together to swindle me?
Excuse me?
I mean, you never know.
Dude, you called Zhongli in as a consultant, my guy. Come on.
A preposterous accusation. The heavens themselves would collapse before we would conspire to do such a thing.
Miss Shenyun speaks the truth. Contracts are built on honesty and trust. If that proves to be beyond your capabilities in this instance, this transaction may be taken elsewhere.
Oh, snap.
Say no more. Let us depart.
Damn.
I jest. What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself has vouched for the goods? Miss Shenyun, wait.
My guy.
I deeply apologize for doubting you. So, Mr. Zhongli, could you please give me a final verdict on the value of these items?
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it a place in any fine home. The same can be said for this one here. Few could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical wonder with geometric grace. I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I earnestly recommend procuring every last item in this collection.
All right, Zhongli seems like he's dick riding a little too hard here. My guy, what angle are you playing? You seem like you're trying to placate mommy here to an extensive degree.
All right. Since I hired you as my consultant, Mr. Zhongli, I shall, of course, trust your good opinion.
Yeah, after you accuse him of trying to hustle you.
Then, in that case, Miss Shenyun, I'll take the lot. However, since the final sum is quite large, how about we start with an initial deposit through the Northland Bank?
Oh, the National Bank of Russia.
The Northland Bank? Huh. Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house. Oh, very well.
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays. In that case, I'll be off for now. I'll return to collect the goods once you've received the funds.
Okay, goddamn. This is going on for a little bit longer than I figured.
Zhongli!
My friends, have you been doing well?
We've been great! How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy consultant!
My days have been quite pleasant as well. I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services. As for you, Miss Shenyun, I presume you must be looking to settle in the city?
I must say, the name Shenyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
Oh, she does not like it.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
Well, that is true, but... Alas, refer to me however you will. After all, a name exists such that others may address you with it. One is hardly ignorant of that fact.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer.
One has indeed. One's previous stays were all brief. Now that one has made up one's mind to move and settle, one has gained a much better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as well as the people's hard work and ardor. This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years ago.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential. In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine.
Alright, that's enough reflection for one day. No need to get all sentimental on us.
Paimon's like, all right, you guys talk in literal paragraphs. Can we speed this up?
You make a valid point, Paimon. Now that the sale has concluded, what say one plays the host as we try some specialty dishes together? One must profess great interest in trying bamboo shoot soup.
Yeah, vegan soup.
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish. You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates that you should have already tried it.
Oh? What occasion was this?
It was a reunion between friends several centuries ago. Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed themselves of faster reflexes on that occasion.
Hardly. 'Twas most certainly out of consideration for the others in attendance. In but a moment, one will show you what it means to have a true deftness of hand. It is settled then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple-layered consommé. We shall enjoy the lot. One has already passed word to Shenhe and Ganyu to make a reservation.
Oh.
It is prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to everyone?
It should be a most splendid occasion.
Thank you so much, Mommy.
Shuyu, come now, it is time to dine. Ah, this gentleman over here is Mr. Zhongli. He is,
A humble employee of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhongli.
That should be everyone, right? Let's go!
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, 'cause it's super tempting and stuff. Is that true?
Uh-huh.
That sounds rather implausible. Although with the right preparation, certain dishes can be too delicious to resist.
Huh? Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon! Hey, wait up!
Uh-huh. Come on now. Don't get left behind, girly. Hey, there we go. Alrighty. And just like that, 2 story quests now under our belt. Fantastic. So yeah, we went a little bit, well, we went an hour over time, but yeah, like I said, I've got the time to spare tonight, so figure might as well. But all right, that is going to wrap it up for me for tonight. So I want to thank anyone that stopped in to check out the stream, even for just a minute or two. Always appreciate it. No stream tomorrow, but on Tuesday, we're going to be continuing on with Nier Automata. So if you want to know when that'll be happening, go ahead and follow my socials or subscribe, and you'll know when the stream goes live. But yep, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up at there for the evening. So, with that being said, I hope you guys have yourselves a good night, a good day, a good morning, wherever it might be for you. Hopefully, y'all have yourselves a good Monday tomorrow, a good start to your week, and with any luck, I will see y'all on Tuesday. So until then, stay groovy, everybody.